folks, welcome back to G1 Gamer and welcome back to our G1 Jockey for 2008 series. We're into episode 10 and we've got lots to look forward to in this episode, including the debut of Morgan Almighty, our own reared horse, folks. It'll be his first run, of course, in this very episode, so make sure you stay tuned and we can give you an update on how those attributes look. But first and foremost, before we get into it and start to hedge our pursuit for the Champion Apprentice crown, we are also in the overall Champion Jockeys. We're actually in, should we say, the running for the overall championship. But before we get into that, please make sure you of course, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out, folks. Also, join the Discord server. There is a link down in the description, so be sure to go down there, click the link, join the community, and stay up to date with all releases on the channels. But now, let's get underway. Here we go. So, folks, our first rides to take us through the first week in November. We've got 9 mounts altogether, including Ecosystem, Chapitra Duza, and then we've also got Eccentricity, Hypothetique, Renewal, 8 Spirit, Madness Escapade, Ambrose, and of course in the G2 feature race of the week in the Thames Vase Handicap, it's Hardline over 2,500 long. Definitely some winners in this group, folks. It's going to be a phenomenal run. Let's see if we can kick off November in the brightest way possible. Right, first ride of November, and it's maiden stakes action with Ecosystem. We're on the favourite. Doesn't like to be boxed in, this horse. We will have to ferry our way a little bit further outside in order to make this work. This is fair running with firm ground. 7 furlongs the trip, 60 rated. Other horses to be wary of include Youthful Breeze and Maria Robinson. Obedience Power fade an issue. Spurt is in its pocket, but this horse, by and large, I don't think stomachs the quality that ours has. I think Ecosystem's got a great chance. 60 rated. Let's see if we can take it to the winning post. So just trying to find the balance of the horse as we try and probe to the front. And we are roving to the front now, folks. Plenty of stamina left. I'm going to go and drift well out wide. This horse prefers to be in its own company, really. A little bit of movement from other runners. But we're going to go for home now. To pole now. Final furlong before we reach the winning post, and I think this horse has got it, and it certainly has. A great win for Ecosystem. In control in our first race of November. And now we're into Chapitra Duza. This is over Class C stakes action with 7 furlongs ahead of us. Fair conditions, firm ground. Third favourite for this race. Elsewhere, the favourite for this one is Singali, a horse with a great chance. Lance Hamilton in the saddle. Does struggle with drifting and right leading. Obviously, that is something that's going to be an issue for Lance Hamilton to manage, but obviously he's an expert jockey, champion jockey over many seasons as well, if you go back through the lore of G1 Jockey in itself. Obviously, this one's going to be a very racy little sort. I don't think it's going to be easy to pull off a victory, and obviously that's why we're third favourite. Elsewhere, we do have a second favourite. Golding's Red, another horse that we have seen before, has got a great chance in this one. Charlie Cholwin, another champion jockey in the saddle. Arguably, Charlie Cholwin, one of the very best, along with Gary Hansen and Lance Hamilton. Obedience and Spurt go against it. Spirit and Fade in its pocket. Let's see how we go. What's on our inside at the moment? It's currently pretty much boxed in at this point. Right, let's just see if we can just push along and join the front runner. We're in a handy posse here. Chapitra Duza might be in a good position here to perhaps come away with a win. Still unusurped up at the front. We're going to take it to the line. Oh, just beaten to the punch. So close. We gave it a good ride. Second place in the end. It's not bad. Montgomery Chase action. Of course, we're back over the jumps. Our only jumps visit in the first week of November. We're on the outsider. Eccentricity. Not fancied in this one. There are better runners, including Pretend Married, who, for those of you who know G1 Jockey, this one tends to feature in most of the G1s that we see in the jumps racing, should we say, side of the game. 78 ability. Harry Griffith in the saddle, a really stunning combination there with no negative attributes, no positives either, but the fact that there's no negatives is a big plus. Elsewhere, Struggle Along, another one to watch. 74 ability rating at the same time with Fred Hansen in the saddle. This horse should go well at the same time. We'll see how we get on. It's going to be a tough race, this, for us, I think. Big jump would help. Get a better jump than the horse on our inside. Remember, we still have one more jump to take down this home straight. Pretend Married now has picked up the running up at the front. I'm just going to take the final jump before we then sprint for home. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Dead Married hasn't even moved yet. But I must say, there might be other options here. Other horses seem to be performing better, including the second favourite in the market. We finished 7th. Really good finish for us. Could have been worse. Class C Stakes action with Hypothetic. Second favourite for this race. Struggles with focus, though, which might be a problem. Favourite for this race is Wildflower, and this horse rated 59. Close grouping with the way the horse's ability seemed to string out. Obviously, I would imagine Lance Hamilton's quality obviously signifying the big difference maker here. But we can take him on. Got that inside rail, which is going to help. Just going to try and cruise up to the leaders. 13, giving us a good ride, though. Going to try and pick up the running. Right, here we go. Let's go for home. We're leading the way. I'm not going to say we're clear and out of the woods yet. Oh, we just nicked it back. That was so close. Oh. Just as the horse put its nose back in front, we came away with a win. We went neck and neck with Lance Hamilton. Amazing. Right, maiden stakes action with Renewal. Now, we're on the second favourite. Ability is at 60. Let's check out the favourite. And it's Thunderbolt. My goodness, Charlie Jolwin and this 86 rated beast that we're now going to be taking on. 2-year-old colt, Obedient Spirit in Spurt with a good long stride. Fade goes against it, but when you've got Spurt and you're going from the back, then there's no problem. S rank as well as a dropout. This horse is going to be phenomenal. No question it's going to mop up. The best we can hope for, I think, is second. Let's go. Okay, so here we go. Okay, let's go. We're going for home. My goodness, Thunderbolt is just a different animal, everybody. Different animal. It will go on to win a G1, no question. Dominance here. Wow. Right, Class D stakes action, I should say, with 8 Spirit. Fourth is the, fourth favourite for this race. Green Fuji, the favourite, with Colin Baldwin in the saddle. One of the apprentice jockeys that we're up against, of course, this season for the apprentice title. Likes to sit in the mid-pack. Certainly not the pick of the bunch, though. I think it's going to be a close race. Let's go. We're going to drop in on the front runners. Yes, here we are, marauding our way to the front. That's exactly what we're looking for. I'm going to pull the horse wide out wide. This horse has got plenty in its pocket to challenge. The favourite now on our inside line. Going to be asking for more from 8 Spirit. Doesn't look like we're going to beat the favourite here. Just too much quality there. Colin Baldwin taking a great win. We did our best. Nearly got him. Right, Madness Escapade, second favourite for this particular race. Class C Stakes action. The favourite for this one is South Swan for Edgar Steen. Not a lot between the two horses, so it should be a fairly open race. Right, I'm gonna go well out wide. A nice view now of the outside line. Plenty of room left with Magnus Escapade here. Now vying for the front end action. We're going to kick for home, Magnus Escapade. Now with a clear view out in front and looking to charge to the winning post. Is it going to be a win? Yes, it will. Lovely results. Magnus Escapade with a mad performance. And an escapade to victory. Right, Class B, fillies action here on day 2. We're on Ambrose, the favourite for this one. I think very much the class of the field. Second favourite is Carrara. 62 ability, a good horse. Paul Reed in the saddle. But I think Ambrose has just got a little bit too much quality. Go right in the middle. Going to thread the needle between these two front runners. Now position Ambrose into the lead at a very critical point in the race. Still plenty of stamina left. We don't have to kick for home just yet. Let's conserve the potential here, folks. Now let's go for home. Ambrose in front. And it's going to be very hard to catch. Careering away. Horses showing up on his tail, but Ambrose with too much quality. And a win here for him. Yet another one for Ambrose. Another nice visit on this horse. Right, Thames Vase Handicap G2 action. We're riding a horse called Hardline with a favourite for this one. A horse of real quality. 4-year-old colt. Obviously, at the prime of its time, really, as a horse. And we're going to judge now to see how far ahead we are in terms of other runners. Roman Fleuve is the other one that's top of the market. 71 ability, though, a little ways off where Hardline is. And 5-year-old sort of signifies it's coming to the end of its youthful age. Might start to see the decline now of this particular runner. Second favourite for this one with William Collins in the saddle. Collins, obviously, a good jockey, but I certainly don't think there's enough quality in this race to deny the Hardline at the moment. Dark Age is also in this race, third favourite, 69 rated in terms of ability. I think we've got the best runner. We should take this one. Other runners to include Air Salassau is in this 12th favourite. Magnificat also with a great chance. Of course, we've ridden this one many a time. Justin Benson in the saddle. I think, though, we have got the class of the field. Hardline should surely mop up here. Right, we're all in the stalls ahead of this G2 race, and they're off racing. Great start for Hardline. Situating ourselves right towards the rear of the field. No need to really go so quick. Just trying to bring it down to a nice, steady, slow gallop. Much rather than feature towards the rear and conserve that stamina potential. We now take the turn around this next left-hander, and then we will run down the back straight. But Hardline now getting settled at the moment with 9 furlongs to go. Sat in behind the lead runners, so we'll be coming towards the mile point of the course. And 7 furlongs left to run. We'll have a turn to take before we head down the home stretch. But at the moment, Air Salassau joining us towards the rear of the field. The fact we're going at a nice steady gallop is useful. We've got Magnificat and Justin Benson. You can just see there in the red and white colours, just on in the middle of between horses at the moment, which isn't necessarily ideal for Magnificat. Doesn't want to necessarily be bullied in this field. Right, we need to get moving on Hardline now, because we've got the second favourite who is still careering up at the front, but Hardline responding to us brilliantly. The pace starting to get a little bit hotter. He's got plenty left in the pocket here, does Hardline. And he's going to take on the second favourite now as we charge up towards the finish and taking up the running here for this G2 race. And surely it's the victory, and it will be a victory. Hard times for the other runners because Hardline has won this Group 2 event. And didn't he do it in style? And we have got, or we've been given an opportunity to take on Hardline as the regular jockey, and we will, of course, accept. And I think this is our first regular ride for Smith as well. Okay, folks, we've had to turn down a G1 ride in the Heather Oaks because Morgan Almighty is making its debut and it's running at a different course, so we can't do both because they're on the same day. So we are going to be racing at Thames as opposed to Heather. So main stakes action on day 1, Marble Flame. We then head into our second race on day 1, Bend the Rules. Stake Collection, then in the Class B. We then have a G2 race, though, with Aligieri as well, a horse that's only 2 years of age and a very smart sort as well. Racing over 7 furlongs in the G2 Thames Futurity Stakes. Could be a chance at a regular ride if we do well on it, but I think it's going to be a tough race. Main stakes action then, Morgan Almighty. First start for this horse, but it's going to be taking on some incredible competition as well. It could be a tough race for us, but we'll give it a good go. We then have Mountain Doll, also in maiden action, another quality horse that we could be taking on as well, should we win. Let's get stuck in. Right, first race at Thames. Maiden stakes action over a mile. It's Marble Flame, 4th favourite for this race. Start, Obedience, Fade go against it. Spirit, Spurt and Toughness, though, in its pocket. Other runners to be wary of, though. Kaiser, my goodness me, 95 rated. No question why this one's the favourite. My goodness. Paul Reed in the saddle. It's probably going to be the easiest ride of his life. No Achilles heels. This is a future star. Going to try and close up as best I can, but this horse in front surely has to go for the guineas. No question, this is a future G1 race winner, just bouncing and bounding along by itself. We'll just have to see whether we can just come home a very convincing second. That might be the best we can yearn for here at this point. Half a furlong to run. And up towards the line, we will of course take second at the very, or third at the very least, but that Kaiser, phenomenal horse. A star in the making. Right, next up, Ben the Rules, favourite for this race in the Class D. 7 furlong race, cloudy but firm ground. I don't think anyone can really hold a candle to us. Birdie Style is rated 62. Good horse, actually, with Chuck Gibson in the saddle. But I think Ben the Rules, despite being lower in ability by 2, with us in the saddle, it's a fairly close field. We should be able to get enough in the tank to get this race over the line. Let's see. Taking the home turn. This is where we need to pick up the pace just a little bit now and join the front runners. Plenty of stamina left in this runner. Ben the Rules starting to convincingly move towards the front end of the rostrum. We'll join up with the second favourite now. Plenty of room in the tank. Let's go for home. Here we go. We've got the front. Ben the Rules going for home. And in grand style, should come away with a victory, and does. Ben the Rules justifying favourite status. Another win in our pocket. We love that. We'll go a long way in the Jockeys Championship. Right, State Collection, 4th favourite for this race in the Class B, over 2,000 in distance. Obviously, there might be other ones we have to be wary of, though, because Helen's Caper is the favourite, 69 rated, one of the Class 1s of the field. I don't think that one's going to necessarily win, though. We have got Sometimes Exciting, 68 rated. Spirited Spurt in its pocket. Terry Moore, not a bad jockey either. I would probably more line up towards Sometimes Exciting winning this as opposed to the favourite. We'll see how it goes. See the favourites now starting to loom a bit closer. I'm going to try and go to the outside. I think it's probably the smartest decision we could make at this point. Got some of the favourites also in this too. Got the favourites on our outside right now. Starting to move its way towards the front end of the rostrum. Still take the fight to it though at the same time. We can at least end on a high note if we can. Maybe you can come away with second if we're lucky, and we certainly will. Great result, I'm happy. Honestly, very happy with that. Right, here we go, G2 action, and this could be our 10th G race win, as James Pears just enlightens us with. This race could decide your future. Give it everything you've got. I hope it doesn't decide my future. I mean, it sounds very final, doesn't it? 79 is the ability rating. No Achilles heels. The favourite, St. Thomas, and my goodness me, what a quality horse. We've seen those colours already once before, haven't we, folks? When we did witness Kaiser go on to victory in the maiden earlier on. Well, this is the second horse in the same colours. The owner obviously having a good day. I would say this looks like the likely winner of the Thames Futurity Stakes here, this time over 7 furlongs. Obviously, this is a race that, not necessarily a distance this horse can necessarily work with, though, because he tends to like 1,600 as a minimum. So we'll see how we go. Who knows, but St. Thomas class of the field for sure. Now, as we jump out of the stalls, get a good start. The rain coming down. I wonder how that's going to affect, though, the balance of runners like St. Thomas. Will it be able to handle these conditions in a idyllic way that suits the horse as such? We'll wait and see. We're getting off to a nice run here. Just trying to stay with the favourite right now. Currently stuck in between horses at this stage, but ideally I want to run heads and tail with the favourite here at this point, St. Thomas. Now starting to career closer. Now in front of the favourite now. He's getting a little bit closer himself. Just going to push Aligieri now just a little bit forward. Keen to conserve as much of the stamina and potential as possible. We've got more than enough here to contest against him, though. Aligieri will take the win! Oh, brilliant! Brilliant! That's the one we wanted. My goodness me, I didn't think we would get that at all. Great win. Well, I did not expect us to beat St. Thomas at all, folks. What a performance from Aligieri. I mean, St. Thomas, class horse of the field, on any other day would have won that probably. We just had the timing just right. James Pears offering us the ride full time now. We're going to be the regular jockey. First G race win for Aligieri. And what a bright future this horse has too. Has plenty of room to grow. And that confirms 10 G race wins for us as well, folks. What a feat. Hopefully we continue our great run of form and go on to further grand results in the future. Right, here we go, folks. Morgan Almighty, our own reared horse that we bred ourselves, we trained ourselves, and now it's its first race. Though it's only third favourite, despite being 62 ability rated, more growth still there for this horse. But let's have a look at some of the other runners. We got Rainbow Parade, a quality sort, 72 rated, 10 more ability rating than Morgan Almighty. Obedience and Spirit in its pocket, likes to run prominently. We're going to have to track this runner towards the very end. We might have to move earlier. in order to bring ourselves in the midst of the fight with Rainbow Parade. I don't think Morgan Almighty will mind a side-by-side tussle with this one. I think ours could do better in that circumstance. Another one to watch, second favourite, Optimistic Diva. Has got some Achilles heels, Obedience, Power and Fade, but does have Spirit, Spurt, Toughness and Slow Pace in its pocket. That is something, though, that Morgan Almighty also does well in. Slow pace, fast pace going against it. It's going to be a busy race, this one. It's going to be one mega fight. Course position is going to be integral. Optimistic Diva also part of this group as well. We're now getting ourselves psyched up for the finish line. We've got plenty of stamina left. The great thing about Morgan Almighty, it is a tough sort that can last and outlast many, and is in front and now putting the pressure on Rainbow Parade right now. We might be able to come away with a big win here, folks. Plenty of stamina left in its first start. Morgan Almighty takes the win. My goodness. And what a scalp to take on Rainbow Parade. A horse 10 more ability than this one. What a bright future. Right, folks, next up, maiden stakes action with Mountain Doll, favourite for this one, and another one we could pick up as a regular mount. Slightly better rated than Morgan Almighty from before in its first ride. Second favourite is Favourite Maker. Unfortunately, it will not be made favourite for this one. Just not quite enough talent against Mountain Doll right now, and I think we should be able to mop up here. 7 furlongs, well, we're inside the final 3 furlongs, in fact. We now make our way down through towards the 4 pole, which will mark the final 2 furlongs, and now Mountain Doll moving to the front very easily, hasn't even moved. Surely now we could take this home. Plenty of potential left in this horse. Has got a grand ability already and looks set to capitalise here with a great win in a maiden race. And it will be another victory going our way. The Jockeys Championship looking better and better all the time. What a result. We've reached the top of the mountain. It looks like we've been offered Mountain Doll as well as a regular ride. Yet another great run of regular ride obtainments, if that's even a word. We've obtained some phenomenal regular rides, I should say, in this particular week of November, and we've just grabbed another one, Mountain Doll. Right, so Steph Thompson coming in, congratulating me on winning on our own horse. What does it feel like to win on the horse that you reared? Phenomenal. Need I ask? Of course you're happy. Just look at you. I can't wipe the smile off your face. I'm happy for you too. Others may see this as a simple win, but for us it's a defining moment in our careers. It's early days yet. Let's stick together. I hope we can win a G race on our horse. Hopefully so. Right, so we're moving into our next week. No major rides, obviously, to announce, folks. There was an opportunity to do a G1, but obviously we went against it. Apologies. We didn't actually look at the list of rides, as we probably should have done, but we haven't got that many for this particular week. But we've got plenty of handicap action. First of all, kicking things off with Safety Area as we look ahead to this one. Second favourite, Honest Sheriff is the favourite for this one, however, and we'll be looking to run prominently. We'll see how we get on. Terence Boyne's in the saddle. It's going to be a close race regardless, I think. Second favourite for this particular one. Cruising higher and higher. Plenty of stamina left. We can now start just pushing lightly. Take over the lead running like we are now. Okay, let's go for home now. This time we've got plenty of potential there and waiting as we now kick for home. More wins could be in our pocket. Remember, we're fighting for that jockey's crown, and this could yet put us in a good position for that. We just about take the win. We were challenged right on the line. My goodness me. 2 horses travelling late, but we got the crucial victory. Great job. Right, next up, we do have a G3 race. Obviously, no G1 race, but Lucky Traveller, who we did put through its paces in a workout prior to this one, and it came out in good form, so hopefully we should run well. Obviously, there is going to be some quality horses in this, including Katie, who's 70 rated. I wouldn't say necessarily blows us away. A horse being ridden by Jerry Morse, 2-year-old colt, approximately reaching its peak as well at a very young, tender age. So it's going to be close, because Lucky Traveller is only 6 away from it in terms of ability, so whilst it's the outsider, I think this race is closer than that. We're in the stalls now. The rain is falling. This could fall into the palms of Lucky Traveller here. I would argue that these way the conditions have been straying, I wouldn't say no to a G3 race victory here for our horse. I won't be surprised, put it that way. This horse likes to be ridden behind the midfield runners, and that's exactly where we are at this stage. So not bad at all. So plenty of racing to be had. It's the final 6 furlongs. We've got a 10 pole now on the left-hand side, meaning 5 furlongs left to run. And this horse a little bit closer. The 8 pole there now this time, so it'll be 4 furlongs left to run now. And the few horses now starting to really drop back. My goodness. We're going to try and get ourselves well placed around the outside. We're going to go and carry the speed, join the front runners. Lucky Traveller getting a really nice run here. Priming the horse well, ready for an assault on the home straight. We've got a chance here in this Group 3, I think. Now with our nose in front. Let's see if we can take it right to the end. The winning post looming. And Katie coming under threat here. They'll have to work on late to take the result back. And, oh, I think it might have just nabbed it. Oh, just about. I don't even think Katie got it. I think it was someone else, but we got second. Far a ways above where we were expected to be. Right, day 2, and we're here for the Class C Stakes with Dover Jet, 4th favourite for this one. We actually won on this horse before, and we're up against Total Eclipse, who is 60 rated. Colin Baldwin in the saddle does have its fair share of Achilles' heels, and some vital ones at that. Start and excitability could be a problem, spurt and obedience as well, but it can deal with fade rather well too, so it will be leading, you'd imagine, coming into the final couple of furlongs. Obviously, we are going to be racing fairly prominently as well, clocking every move the favourites make. It's going to be a close race, this. Okay, here we go. Plenty of room for us. Pick our spot. Here we go. Yes. Yes, here we go. Come on. Come on, Dover Jet. Come on, Dover Jet. Come on, Dover Jet. Let's come away with a win. And we get the win. Brilliant. 2 wins running on Dover Jet. James Pears will be delighted with that. Gives another great result. We've been given the regular ride on Dover Jet as well at the same time, so we will, of course, accept. Right, Class B Stakes action. We're on Midnight Devotion. Rank outsider for this one, but a front runner. We'll see who the favourite is. It's Bamboo Era. We've actually raced or ran this horse before. A quality sort, 66 rating. Should win this race, really. Kind of wish I was on it, to be honest, but we couldn't afford it with the riding points. We didn't have enough riding points to take the ride. But elsewhere, other horses to watch out for. Cendrillon, also well rated as well. I think we can do a lot better, though, than 12th. I don't think we've been fairly treated here. Got the other mounts now starting to career upwards. The favourite just getting stuck on the inside rail. Cendrillon up here as well at the same time is also going to be a major threat. We've actually got a little bit of stamina left here. We're not out of this at all, I don't think. Depends on how our potential looks towards the end of the race, because we still have a furlong left to run, and the others are now starting to club together here at this late point. Hopefully the fade is on our side. 5th place, 6th place, far better than where we were predicted anyway. Good result, the favourite got it. Right, Platinum Rose, expected to finish 7th in this Smith Handicap. This is a Class A. Elsewhere, we do have favourite Queen's Drama. Spirit, of course, in this one's pocket, likes to run prominently. Elsewhere, of course, the second favourite for this race is Iscara, another horse that's decently rated. James Foster in the saddle. Again, a competitive handicap. Just need to pick up the pace and close up to the front runners. Open up a few doors, perhaps. Here we go. You can just see in the distance the 4-pole, meaning 2 furlongs left in the race. The Smith Handicap about to open up. We're not smacking yet. We're going to go now. Okay, we're in the fight for this. At least a top 10 or a top-end performance could be on hand here. Just trying to career away from the other runners, and we take the win in the Smith Handicap. Brilliant! No stopping the grey. We did enough just at the right time. And a brilliant win to close out another week. Well, after coming first, of course, the horse was expected to come 7th. Le Blonde has offered us Platinum Rose as a regular ride. So once again, we'll accept. Right, folks, 10 mounts for week 4 in November, and it includes a G1 race as well at the same time. But firstly, day 1, we've got 5 rides for this one. We're back on Horb, one of our regular rides. Of course, once again in maiden action, Limbo Dancer over 1400, Voluntario in the Class D, and then Class C with High Horse. We have Yorkshire Terrier then in the Class C handicap as well at Thames. Then moving downwards, we have got 5 rides once again, and it's Weg Barita in the maiden stakes. Try and say that twice. TK Leader in the Class D, and then Coupe de Arias, both our regular rides. And then we have Class A action with Ambrose, once again a horse that we have won on several times already. And then the G1 race, the National Grand Prix, and we are on Hardline, a horse that of course we picked up fairly recently as a regular ride, and we're going to be running it again this time in G1 action. Very exciting. Right, folks, so maiden fillies action here this time. We're going to be riding Horb in this one, a horse that we have raced on in the past, one of our regular rides. Of course, yet to win on this one just yet, but could be a chance today in a very close maiden race. We do have Sprinter Miracle, the favourites at the moment. Spirit and Soft go against it. Obedience goes for it. Second favourite, Uptown Ladies. No distinct, clear favourite really for this one. It's going to be close. Break This Horse is made and ducked. Responding brilliantly. And we've got every chance here. I don't mind that the horse is getting excitable, because obviously I need it to, in order to get the horse going down the straight. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Horb now in front. And now looking to take it home and hose. Plenty of potential still left in this one, but we're going to get nabbed right towards the line. We come away with second, a great result nonetheless. Right, maiden stakes action again with Limbo Dancer, 56 ability rating. The favourite for this one, Force Guardian, reasonably rated, understandable favourite with Charlie Cholwin in the saddle at 59. It's still fairly close ability-wise between each and every single horse. Palace Wave, arguably with one of the better looking attributes in the field, because he doesn't have any negative ones. So a great chance for him to win this time. Ultimately, it may work. This is a very close field here. The horse is trundling along now. We have the lead. Right, it's a very important, integral moment. And now we'll kick for home. Let's see if we can build out the gap to the horses behind. Indeed, we're going to give it a good go now. We're into the final half a furlong. And up towards the line we go. And it's victory here. We didn't expect that. I did say it was a very close contest. When it's richly competitive, these races can go anywhere. Luckily enough, it went our way. Well, it looks like we got the regular ride on Limbo Dancer, so we'll say yes, of course. Right, next one, Voluntario, and 11th favourite for this one. This horse certainly not picked, or the pick of the bunch. The favourite for this one, Atlantis Islands, 59 rated. Again, a close field, but Stephen Douglas does have the benefit of having no Achilles heels on this ride. Spirit and Start, both in its pocket. 3-year-old colt, more to give. Probably, though, at the peak. 59 at best, I think, for this runner. Clear enough, one horse does move out the way. We've got plenty of stamina left, though, so plenty of opportunities now to cruise up to the front runners. Just need to do that now, ideally. We've also got, I think, one of the favourites doing exactly the same as what we're doing right now. Right, let's see if we can take the fight to them here. This time, this horse needs to be gutsy. Needs to be gutsy here. Not gutsy enough, but enough for third place. That is very good, considering the favourite got the win. Right, Class C stakes, high horse, 60 ability. There are other ones, though, that apparently are better suited. 62 rated Polish Corazon with Alan Quinn in the saddle. Obviously, elsewhere, we do have Last City as well, 58 rated in the all-blue colours. It's going to be interesting, this one. I think high horse, nicely rated. It's going to be a very competitive race, I think. Just trying to push the horse into it now, and indeed it is responding. Stamina left, and we will hit the front here. Gonna try and push on a little bit more. Okay, let's go for home. Now's the time. Let's go. Okay, so we're kicking on. Oh, here we go. Up towards the line. We're being challenged straight away. The favourite coming in late, but not quick enough. And we get the win. Oh, a nose up towards the line in the Jimmy Fortune. I say the Jimmy Fortune colours, not his colours, but yeah, great win for us. And High Horse has been offered to us as a regular ride as well. We're picking them up all the time right now, folks. Right, Yorkshire Terrier, favourite for this Class C handicap over 2,000 in distance. And that equates to, of course, 1 mile and 4 furlongs. Fair, but firm ground. And, of course, likes to be around prominently. 59 rating on this particular horse. Blue Lilas, second favourite. 61 rated ability, though. So whether this is more faith in me as a jockey, I'm not quite sure. Paul Reed in the saddle for this one. Let's see how we get on. Inside rail also very helpful at the same time. Let's see now the runners behind, I think, looking a little bit concerned, but no catching Yorkshire Terrier now. As we kick for home, look to bring this race our way, and we get it. Victory again. The numbers continue to rack up, everybody. It's great for the winning percentage as well. Yorkshire Terrier, a winner here. And we've been offered the mount on Yorkshire Terrier at the same time. More rides coming in. Right, Weg Burita. This is a second favourite in this particular race. Wonderful Heights is the favourite. Again, a close field in maiden action. I think we've got enough. This could be another win coming our way. I like our horse, lacking a little bit of toughness, but elsewhere looks reasonably strong enough. Nothing else that may concern us, really. Might have to run it on its own around the outside. Manage this horse nicely. At this point, of course, we've got to be concerned about the favourites at the same time, who's obviously going to be in the fight for this one, but I just think this horse has enough quality Haven't had to move a muscle just yet, and now we will do. Right, come on, Weg Barita. Let's take this one home. It may not be a tough sort, but we can get the best out of you anyway. And does take the win in the maiden. Fantastic win. It's another W in our column. Give the horse a big pat. So we'll be given the regular ride as well for Weg Barita. Again, they keep coming. Right, next up, Class D action. 6th favourite TK Leader, who we actually broke the maiden of. We won on this horse not too long ago. This is going to be stiffer competition. Worldly Rumour is the favourite for this one. But 60 rated and a lot of Achilles heels here. Slow pace boxed as well. That's a concern. This horse, though, likes to be ridden at the front. Soft ground goes against it. Luckily enough for him, we're on firm. Spurt against it. So Spirit. Obedience and Fade, though, is a positive. Charlie Chorwin, a big positive in the saddle at the same time. But we have no Achilles heels, and I think TK Leader is being undersold here. We are joining the front runners and the favourites as well. I'm going to try and take a wide line once again. We are up with the front runners here late into this race. Okay, let's see if we can take the fight to them here. It's going to be a tough one. TK Leader, though, hanging on brilliantly and beautifully, but we've got others now coming into this 4th place. Much better, though, than when we were predicted. The favourite didn't win, though. Right, Coupe to Arias, 2nd favourite to this one. Of course, we've won on this horse before. The favourite is Dawn Chorus, 64 rated. It's going to be a good race, actually, between these two. I think ours, though, just based on the negative traits that Dawn Chorus has and no positives, I think we could be able... I think we could undo this. And obviously, Coupe to Arias, good sort on its best day. I think we can win this one. Down the long straight we go. Plenty of room, plenty of space. Here we go. Let's go for home. Coupe to Arias now, challenging for the lead. We get the lead. Others being pushed and prodded along. Not sure where the favourite is, but we will take the win anyway. Coupe to Arias yet again in front and in control in handicap action. Fantastic results once again. Right, we're on Ambrose now for the West 6 Mile Stakes. This is a Class A, and we've got a good field in this one as well. The favourite to watch out for, Perpetual Calendar, 72 rating, a very worthy favourite at the same time for Sean Clement. 2nd favourite for this race is Comet Whirlpool. We've ridden this horse before a few times. Ken Holloway in the saddle for this one. I would argue this one probably has the better chance. Running over its minimal distance, it will cover it easily. Power, spurt and soft, should maintain its stamina fairly decent as well. Alphabet Street, another one to watch out for in the blue and white colours. Gary Hansen, of course, leading jockey coming into this episode in the saddle too. It's going to be a really close race. Ambrose is not out of this by any means. If we can find an access point to make our way further forward, and we have indeed. Very timely opening. Plenty of stamina left on this runner. Comet Whirlpool moving to the front end of the rostrum. That's the horse I actually fancy to do very well in this race on his own, as now we kick for home. It's going to be a very competitive finish this, but Comet Whirlpool taking the race up by himself. Ambrose now looking to move through the field as well. He's currently in 3rd, will take 3rd. Comet Whirlpool unstoppable, just as I thought. Great ride from Ken Holloway. Right, here we go. Group 1 action, folks, once again, and we're on hard line. Not the favourites by any means. 10th favourite, if you want to look at those numbers. One of the rank outsiders really for this one. It should be a very, very competitive race. Dardanelles once again returning, this time the favourites for this race under Charlie Chorwin. 88 rating, 5-year-old horse, very much in the peak of its prowess, pretty much. Elsewhere, Showy Flower, also in this for Michael Edwards. 2nd favourite for this race, similar colours as well at the same time, so it looks like it's going to be a dominant one for this owner. Where else can we go? What else have we got? 3rd favourite for this race, Personal Pride, another horse that we've seen before in the amber and black colours here for this race. And Edgar Steen, obviously another top horse. So many of these horses are top horses, hardline, you know, at the peak of its prowess, but obviously maybe Group 1 action a little bit too high for this one. We'll see how we go. Anything can happen. So here we go, National Grand Prix, a big race. One that we would surely love to win, but it's going to be very tight here at Thames Racecourse. Over 2,400 in distance. Here we go. Brilliant getaway. Okay. Away we go, everybody. It's in total going over 12 furlongs of distance, which expands ultimately to 1 mile 4 furlongs. We're talking Derby distance here at this stage. A lot of big races compete at this level. Surprised we're not seeing Grand Croix and the likes of those, to be honest. I would imagine Grand Croix would have fancied a run in this race. Surprised the trainer didn't opt for it, actually. Hardline actually running fairly prominently, despite going at a steady gallop. But still plenty of racing still to be had. I would imagine perhaps Grand Croix is going to be entered in the Arc, I would have thought, because that'll be coming up in December. So once again, we'll probably be taking on that with Morning Symphony, because I know that Morning Symphony is going to be prepped for that too. So it's just because the races are quite close together in terms of how they're listed. So that's probably the reasoning. But it's a great opportunity for horses like Dardanelles to come out with a decent group race win under its belt and win its own fair share of prize money. We're now into the final 4 furlongs. Stamina kind of betraying us here at the moment. Hardline, I think, is going to be in for a hard time in this race. Dardanelles has been ridden very much out wide now. In fact, you've got the 2 main horses in the market with the same owner now featuring towards the front. Hardline, to be fair, hasn't lost all its stamina yet, so we're still in this. And this isn't going to be as simple as the favourite just mopping this one up, because there's other pretenders for the throne here in this race. And I must say, this one's given me a great ride. 6th, 7th place. Hardline performing way above. The favourite didn't win. Right, folks, so our contest with Nigel Withers, you might remember, has been ongoing over the last couple of months. Nigel Withers just reminding us that it's now coming to an end. Apparently now we're heading to the riding school and meeting John Quinn. So we're about to find out what the results are going to be. Here we go. Results are George with 31 wins. Love to see it. Nigel with 4. I think we won. Meaning that George is the winner. We dominated everybody. So what's the reward? Okay, so... new trainer. Robinson. Okay, this is George. You surely must know the name. Of course, I've been hearing a lot about you recently, that you're quite a capable apprentice, but we certainly try. Anyway, so it looks like we're going to get rides from now on from Robinson. So, folks, that brings an end to yet another episode, but before we go, let's have a look at the jockey's table. And as you can see, we are 5 wins away from Gary Hansen at the top of the table. Can you believe it? And our win percentage still stands as above 40%. 44.7, which is astronomical. 80 wins, 5 away from Gary Hansen at the top of the tree. We've broken clear of Lance Hamilton by 13 as well. So we're looking comfortable to at least finishing in second. I would love, though, to win in our first year. It is definitely possible. So much to look forward to, guys, and we're coming in to the final month of the season where everything is going to be laid out on the line. We decide the fate of the overall championship in the final month with 5 wins between the top 2 in the jockeys table. Unbelievable, unrivaled, amazing. So hopefully we come away with some good results. Of course, we're going to have some rides to... I'm sure we're going to have a ride in the Arc as well in the final month as well, so hopefully we do. But yeah, what a phenomenal first season it's been. I would say that we've already won the Apprentice Jockeys Championship as well, by the way. We're the only apprentice currently even sitting on the front page, and the lowest of it is Kurt Lorenz on 40 wins. So I think we're in a good position, I think, for the Champion Apprentice Award. But folks, that marks an end of yet another episode. Episode 10, now finito. The next episode, episode 11, will be the finale of our first season. And what a way to end as well, with us potentially becoming champion. If you haven't done so already, folks, please leave a like and subscribe. What have you been doing all this time? Please make sure you do. Stay up to date. Drop a comment down below as well. Did you enjoy the series? What about Morgan Almighty? What a performance to take its first win in its debut appearance. That, for me, was definitely a highlight moment, that's for sure. And also Aligieri as well. What a phenomenal ride that was too. Like I said, land your comments below, like and subscribe. Join me now for the grand finale episode of Season 1 next time. But until then, folks, it's goodbye. a hard line at the same time in the white face as they now look to sprint for home. But still at the front end of the order, it is Showy Flower and Michael Edward in front. Also being disputed now by Far Forest. Also moving up through the inside as well is Luna Calendar, who's looking to take the centre line. And it's also Personal Pride with the lead right now in the white noseband. But here comes Luna Calendar, who's going to get up in brilliant style and wins the National Grand Prix.